Good afternoon, traders, and welcome to a great edition of Awesomecallstrading.com live webinar recap. It is currently around 11:55. I'm on the West Coast. My name is AJ, and I am in the chat room live with the great moderators that run the room, along with the magnificent group of people that trade with us every day. Today, um, we really had a lot of fun. We did. It was interesting. We traded, I found about 30 to 40 ideas, and then at about 3:30, 4 o'clock, and then I started narrowing them down off of my what do you call it, my scans, and kind of reading reports, earnings. It's funny, we're finishing the last quarter earnings out this week, and then we take about 4 days, 3 or 4 days off, and then bam, on the 16th, all the banks come in and it starts, and it just it's going to be awesome. So, and we start with the banks, then we go to Netflix, and it's just on fire from that point on. Today, we traded analyst calls, we traded bio earnings, which was really cool. We traded a block trade, which a lot of you aren't aware of, how to trade a block trade. And we traded, we actually got a downgrade to sell on Roku, and we all went long. We thought that was funny. Wait till you see that. And it's those kind of calls, and I'll show you the call actually. Here it is. Roku, RBC out. Okay, this is the call. And I want you to read this real quick, okay? This is the scan, right? So the scan tells you that this morning that Roku got a downgrade, right? This is just, I want to just kind of teach you how great this room is, how amazing we are, okay? So Roku is gapping down, right? 3 points. It's gapping down to 89. It's gapping down 2 points this morning. I get up and whenever Roku is gapping down, I catch my eye. I see it on CNBC, and then I go to my scans and I see a downgrade. And I'm like looking at it like, why is this who's down? What idiot out there is going to downgrade Roku right now? I mean, that thing's on a fire, right? So it automatically hit me. And I haven't been like really wanting to trade Roku lately because it's kind of on its own little path of, you know, go, 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 go. But RBC comes out and says, you know what, we're going to downgrade to sector perform, but we're going to keep our target at 90. Okay. Okay, so you went from outperform to sector perform, but you didn't change the price. Okay, so when I see that, because of my experience in my 16 years in the business, I teach the traders in the room, long the stock. That's it, just long it. Gap fill it right back up. Might even go higher because it's so stupid. It is so stupid. And everyone can trade the stock, anybody. And and it's if you've never traded in your life and you needed a winner, like God, you've been just salivating. I just need one win, turn my life around, turn my whole world around, put me back into the trading world again, give me my mojo back. This was your trade because it was so stupid. Okay. And when I see something so stupid, I have to tell the traders in the room. And a lot, majority of my traders, they're great people, but they don't see that. They don't know, well, why is it stupid, AJ? Well, if you're going to lower and evaluate or reevaluate and drop a performance on on a stock or a company, at least give us a new price target. But they didn't even do that. When they say they keep, that means that gap down will get bought up. Okay, so I'm trying to teach you, you new guys that run rooms that, started the last year or two. This is kind of for you too, because you're pretty stupid out there. So I'm trying to teach you so you can look impressive in front of your people. So keep that in mind. So when somebody needs a guaranteed trade, you know what to look for. And going from sector perform to from outperform to sector and keeping a price target, it's a long. So what I do, because I'm a pro, I put it on the list. This was item number 9, as you can see. And the very first thing I do on here is I indicate that this is a stupid call. So I highlight stupid, all right? Stop gets gapping down 3. Okay. The stock's going to pull at the open, unfortunately. I know it sounds dumb, but it's going to pull. Trust me, I know because I've been doing this for a long time. So I have an $87 area. When it hits there, take it right back to 91. That's your trade. You don't have to think. You don't have to do anything. You simply execute the trade. You wait for the pull, you long it, and you walk away and go back to bed. And I know in hindsight, you're gonna look at this chart going, God, I wish I could have done that. But you see, this is the thing. I try to get you to do it before it happens. And if you're an option player, all you do is buy 91 calls because I'm telling you it's going back. So when it pulls, you just go, oh, he said 87. There's 87. Okay, I'm going to start loading up on 91 contracts. It's not that hard. You don't have to play for 40 cents or 30 cents or 20 cents and all these little option rooms that play like 80-cent rooms, stop moves. You're going to get dollars on this trade. All you have to do is click. Right? And if you're an equity trader and you can put it in, you have a decent account, you have 500 to 1,000 shares, you're going to get paid. Okay? Now you want to see the trade? All this was given to us this morning. I mean, I could have just done just one trade in the entire room and just put this up and eliminate the other 12. Said, okay, this is our trade for the day. Like a penny stock room does. This is our trade for the day. Okay? Well, for us, this is a 3-point trade. Now you ready? You come down here, you go to the charts, you pull up Roku. Okay? You see the gap down? See the gap down? Right? And you're laughing at it because I laugh at it, right? Well, you not laughing at it because you don't understand why it's down. And you're looking at it going, so what I did is I anticipated a pull at the open, not a pop, not a pop. And that's how good we are in this room. We actually, I mean, you think about it, 99% of the chat rooms that never done this before would have said, oh, let's go long right now. It's going to pop at the open and gap fill. No, no, it's not. I'm sorry. You're not there yet. You're still a kid. You're still learning the game. AJ's got the game down. And he sees that shit and he fucking knows exactly what to do. What do? You yank it. How do you know that? 16 years. Hang around me at least a year, you'll be like me. Bam. 87. Where's it going to go now? 90, 91. It hit 92. Isn't that the shit? Again, just 100 shares, 9,000 buying power. Bam. $300 for the day. So imagine having a $400 cash account, 14,000 buying power. You buy 100 shares at 8. You make $350 on your first trade, and you only have $350 in your cash account. You know what I'm going to do for Christmas? I was telling the chat room. This year, during the holidays, I might even do it now, anybody that signs up for an annual. If you sign up for an annual, I'm actually going to fund, I'm going to ship you to Ollie, and I'm going, because Ollie has the setup. He knows where to go and how to get your account set up. And um, I'll pay $399 or $400 or whatever Ollie tells me, $350, $379, $350, whatever it's going to take to get you $14,000 to trade. So you have that on the side. It's my gift to you. So when I tell you, hey, use your small account, and you just for the whole year, that's all I want you to do. All right, this is a small account one. This is a small account one. This is a small account one. I want that at the end of the year to be your savings. So I think it'd be a really neat idea. So I think this year, or when I may just start selling for July or August, it's just that package where I will fund your trading account. And I think it'd be great. And so anyway, it's a perfect example of just building an account on the side, and I'm paying for it because I want you to feel what it's like, and I'll specify this is your small account. Okay. There's another one we did today. Gosh, this one was off, not even on my list, and it was AYI. But one of our mods caught it this morning uh, because it was really interesting. This really wasn't. This didn't do anything. Um, it gapped down, but it wasn't on any of the scans this morning that I had saw. which was I found quite interesting. I mean, Briefing, which is one of the sources I use, didn't even list this as a gap down. And I trust me, if and I didn't even see CNBC show the ticker as a gapping down. It was really interesting because I picked this up pretty fast. Anyway, long story short, the uh, I missed it, but it was brought to my attention right here. Right here. I can tell you the timeline because Adam brought it to our attention at exactly 9:52. So at 6:52 right here, 9:52 is New York time. 6:52, he said, and he quote, AYI down $20, boss, just mentioning. Okay, so I immediately go into 20 points. Uh-oh. That's what I do. 20 points. I want that. So I see it. So I immediately go to my scan and I start reading it. And my scan is briefing on this particular one. So I flip over to scan and I start reading the report. And I'm like, what the heck? And it was down, but it was down because of guidance, but the guidance wasn't that bad. I think the language, the way they put it, scared and spoofed a bunch of investors to dump the stock. And for me, it was very simple. I immediately went into, I'm going to buy that because I started to watch this bottoming right here. You see how when he mentioned it at 6:52, I watched it and it pulled and then it pulled again. And I thought, you know what? It's holding. So about right here on this pike right here, I went long. This is me. I mean, it's not 14,000 shares I bought, but I did this right here. And I was 121.43. I announced to the chat room 121.43 long, and I'm looking for a play. And within just a matter of, and you can look at the timeline. Look, there's 6:59. I made my order, and within what 3 minutes, 4.5 minutes. Look at 4 minutes later. Look at that, 123 a share. Do you know that in some chat rooms, this is the biggest play in the world to get 3 or 4 points? This is nothing. This is nothing. But you know what? For me, God, I was so excited. I couldn't thank Adam enough. That man just put 2 points in my pocket on 200 shares, 100 shares, 50 shares, 80 shares. It doesn't matter. I mean, I only took 100 and I was up. You don't understand. It was so exciting. And then I did it again because look where the stock went. Bam, 133. You know how exciting this is? I'm going to show you something. You know, you know how exciting it is when I get in a trade? Look at Leanna. We all know Leanna. Great trader, mother, great person. All right. So look at Leanna's entry. For the entire chat room and all outside of our chat room, if this doesn't inspire you, look at that. She forgot to put the dollar sign in front of the symbol, which is why it's not showing up on the thing. But look at that. 122.66 and the stock hit 134. That's what it's about. And look at the timeline. This is trading. This is a mother who takes care of her beautiful children. All right. Buys 50, 100 shares. 4 points later, it makes 300 or 400 for the day. Did you make 300 or 400 for the day? This was not even on my list. But it doesn't matter if it's not on my list. It's how do you react to the stock? How do I know immediately to take long? Right? Without looking at patterns and charts and all these other things, right? It's knowledge. I have a lot of knowledge where I look at a stock and go, you know what? This stock is a buying opportunity. And look at that. And look at that. To most chat rooms, getting a 13-point move is everything to them. To us, this is just another day in the office. But everyone had the same opportunity, right? Because we understood the news. Here's another one. BL. See BL? Okay. Why is BL up? But it's really not up. It's actually down. But all day it's been moving up. It's kind of contradicts itself, doesn't it? Well, Goldman Sachs downgraded the stock to $41. Okay. Listen to that very carefully. Goldman Sachs downgraded the stock to $41. So it's gapping down, right? See the gap down right here? 49. So I told the chat room, long 49, nibble long, add on the weakness, have an average of 48, and the stock should get back up to 50. How do I know this? How many times have you been in the room and watched a Goldman Sachs trade where it actually gaps up? Okay? The more it pulls, the more range you have to the upside. You see that? Knowledge, history, understanding. I broke it all down, and now you have to put it in writing for everyone to enjoy. So you come down here, you go to the list, and you write it down, just like I said. And you go right here, BL. And I actually made it the #1 pick. This assures everyone they're going to get paid today. All right? So I want you to go long. Look at nibble some long, which means if you're going to do 300 position, you take 100. When it drops to 47, and it will, add another 100. Now you have 200 shares at 48. And it should head back up to 50, 52 plus, because typically Goldman stuff gap fills. And then you go, look, see how simple this is? Simple. Look how quickly you could have been done. 49, 47, 48, 49. 200 shares, $200. 300 shares, $300. 400 shares, $400. You would have been guaranteed a point or a point and a half. Look, 49.50. And it's still not done. It's all day move to the upside. You see how simple that is? But 99% of the chat rooms won't touch a trade like this because they don't understand the intricate parts of why it would move up. They would just ignore an analyst call because they're not good at it. They'd rather sit there and sell you all day this right here, MU, for 80 cents. This is their trade. I saw a room. That's all they did was glorify this trade all day long. Nothing more. For their entire chat room, this is what they played, glorified, DVD'd it. I mean, this is their whole room. I could do this in my sleep. I mean, really? But I like the challenges. I like fun trades. I like things that are different. I want to show you another one that, like this particular room, would not trade today. Beyond. I want you to look carefully. I play Beyond every single day. That's what I do. Well, I got up this morning and I'm looking at Beyond and I'm going, I can't get shorts. I can't get shorts. I'm so frustrated. But doesn't mean I can't prevent other people from making money because that's what this room is supposed to provide. Let them make money. Just because I don't have a platform and I refuse to go open up something else, it's my fault. It's not their fault. My job is to tell them where the stock's going to go. Do you know today, I looked at Beyond. This is all I saw, right? This is it. I saw it close at 152 and a gap up at 154. This is all I saw this morning. Look at the time. 4:30, 4:45, 5 o'clock in the morning. This is me. I'm staring at this. Forget this. Forget this. Forget this. All right? Just forget it. I'm looking at this. All right? Imagine this. Imagine being me. You want to be me for a day? Okay. Be me for just in the morning. I'm looking at this is what you look at. Do you know I stared at that? And within 10 seconds, I knew where the stock was going to go. I looked at that and said, that's a $147 stock. That's what I said. It's going to dip to 147, bottom curl, go long. Probably go back to 152. Done. Next. You don't believe me? You ready? I wrote this 30 minutes before the bell even opened. You ready? Beyond. The stock's going to pull to 147 today. And then go right back up to 152, 155. Do you understand what kind of room you're in? Do you understand? Now you want to see the stock? You want to see how it performed? You want to know why the room gives me 95, 97% ratings? Look where it hit. 147. I didn't do a bunch of fancy lines for you. I didn't need to. I'm so beyond those lines. I'm in just look at it raw. Slam that sucker, 147, and long it. It'd be done. That's 7 to the down, 7 to the up, 14. This is just one ticker. It's not a big deal. You want another one? Check this one out. This one I do have to give credit where credit is due because I looked at AMRN this morning and I said to myself, this is an earnings beat, massive beat. But from a technical trade, this was a great setup and Fire nailed it. And he did it in his Discord room for his clients. He wrote it pre-market. I didn't know. I'm not privy to Fire's notes and stuff. But you'll see after the market closes, they'll post what he wrote. But I just looked at it myself and I read their earnings report, and they really had an incredible quarter. There was AMRN just they blew it out of the water. I mean, they were awesome, phenomenal. So what I did, this stock is no longer a $19 stock, so you can forget that. That's out the door. But I did think it would sell off in pre-market. See the pre-market up here was up kind of thin. So I figured I'd get some profit taken to about the $20 range. 20 and under I was really looking for. Just a little bit under 20 and bottom curl it. And the reason why is because when it gapped up, you see this right here? Just 20 and under 1993. That's what I was looking for. Just wanted to fill this area here. Well, you could clearly see it double bottomed. It found a home at 2020. I mean, there's no ands ifs. You can't argue with it. The market makers just cut it off at 2020, and guess who went long? That's right. Fire nailed it, and he was patient. He was patient. He was willing to add, I believe, to 1980. I think he would have. I think he even said when he took the mic that he would even consider 1940. He felt that this would rebound, but he didn't need to do any of that. He took size. This is his trade for the day. And bam, he nailed it. Look at that. That's all him. And what makes this impressive to me? I mean, yeah, you're looking at AYI and beyond, and you're going, fuck, man, you guys are awesome. How can we like 7 points versus two? No, no, no. You're missing the point. This was a patient trade. You had to have patience, and this kind of trade teaches you patience. A lot of day traders don't have patience. They just don't. They're like, fuck that shit. I need to make my money in 10 seconds or fucking forget it. It doesn't work. And it's true. Mentality of a day trader is like that. If they want instant gratification. If they don't, they're not willing to wait for it. Well, there's a lot of pros out there that are willing to wait for it. And I like to be around those kind of people because they kind of teach me patience. But what I do, it's a little bit different in the sense that, I don't have time to just hold a stock all day. Because a lot of people will ask me, well, if it sounded so great, then why didn't you do it? Because imagine being in a room full of hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of traders coming at you, asking you questions left and right, you know, um, you know, haven't you? I mean, just they're constantly coming at you. This trade, and then I wrote the notes, and then I have to make my money. I execute trades in front of them, and usually my trades are really quick and over with. So I did like six tickers today. I entries and exits. I don't have the luxury to just kind of maybe if I was on my own and didn't have a room, yeah, yeah. I mean, I would love to do that, but it's kind of like when you run a room, you're kind of all over. You know what I mean? You don't have that luxury of sitting and waiting. But it was just a great, great trade by a great trader. Okay. Let me show you another one. GBX. Now this was quite interesting today. What made this one really interesting was when I looked at it, um, I was staring at it and I said to myself, you know what? This this is a $29 stock. All right. The most it's going to go is 29.50. But there was two ways to play it. When I read the report, I was saying to myself, you know what? I see 25 because I'm not impressed with anything. I think they did everything wrong on their report. So I actually called for a short at the open from pre-market. And I said, this should collapse. I'm hoping 25. And when it pulled, it was a great short right out of the gate. When you look at it, you're at 28.50. You just smash it too. I mean, you're done for the day right there. Just bam, right here. But it found a bottom. And when we it found a bottom, then you have a conference call coming. So depending on what the person starts to say to CEO, CFO, he can really try to help his stock recover instead of getting pounded. So I always like to long the call, short into the call, and then long the call. That's kind of how I play these. But after reading the report told me this should actually get just smash. So depending on how he holds that meeting, if he can get them to say, "Hey, we had a little hiccup. We're gonna go, we're gonna be okay." The stock should settle around $29 to $29.50, right? And this is just hard work, studying, evaluating. A lot of work goes into something like this because you can't just pull that number out of your ass. You really have to study the stock and you have to study the report. And that's what I did. I spent a long time looking at this, probably more than most, because I wanted to be right. And so I want you to see how I wrote it on GBX. This is up here. Gapping down 3. I really want to sell off to the downside. I would love to get 25 and then bounce it. However, if it pulls and starts to make a move to the upside, I do not see any more than 29, 29.50 on it tops. And then a fade. You see how I wrote that? I let the traders know, like, if it starts to move above, 26, 27, expect a 29 to 29.50. And then that's it. That's where it'll die, just kind of hang out, and you don't need to do anything more. Okay? And so if you look at the stock, it did exactly what I wanted to do. 29 to 29.25. You see this? This is real hardcore day trading. This is like next level. And so what I try to do is teach traders, look, you see how this is moving up? It's because, all right, it's because of his language, how he interpreted, how he said, how he read the report, how he was reading to the analyst. Because if he would have screwed up, this thing would have smashed through low of the day right here, and bam, he would have sold 25. But he saved his company. And that's what I try to bank on when I'm trading these conference calls upcoming. I let the traders know, hey, you got a call coming. If he saves it, it'll move to the upside. Okay, so that was a really good one. And I want to give you one more. All right, and I'll end it with this sample. Now, sample was another earnings play, and I've never traded sample in my life. I didn't even know a stock like this existed. Simply good foods. I'm sorry, I've never heard of it. It's the first time in my life, and so I thought, okay, I like new things. I want to. It's what feeds my brain. So I'm looking at the gap up, and I'm like, okay, first of all, I've got a lot of bag holders down here. Huh. Okay. I got it gapping up, right? So I'm staring at the gap up, and I'm going, well, this gap up's a little excessive. I go read the report, and I shit you not, I was not impressed. And the first instinct I had was dump the stock. Just short the stock, take it to 25 and under, and then go long. And that was it. I mean, it was such a clear play for me to read. Dump the stock, I would short it pre-market, smash it down 25 and under, which it did. There's the 25 spot, smashed it below it, bottom long, and then bam, nail pop, and let it grind out. That's the trade. And I kind of set it up that way. You had to be quick, I'll be honest. I mean, you can't fuck around on something like this. You just have to like trust my judgment on it. So simple's right here. Number 4, I want this to gap fill right at the open. I mean, there was no question it was going to smash at the open and then go back to 26. You see how I was very precise. Here's where it closed, 24.88. It was gapping up, right, over 26 bucks. I wanted you to smash it right at the open, and then I wanted you to go long to 26 plus. And that it was scripted. It was like you didn't even have to think. Okay, okay. And I'll close out with a trade that you'll never do in your life. Okay, it's called a block trade. Block trade is like an offering, except it's really pretty much uh, one investor, one company. They negotiate a price. So let's just say ADP closes at 166. What a block trade does is they go in there and say, look, we'll invest in your company, but we're not going to pay market price. So let's agree on a price. So they agreed at 161. 8 million shares at 161 for this particular fund or investor. So the stock was sitting at 158, right? 158.80. Okay, if you're at 161 and you're in there at 158.70 and it's showing on the charts, that's a buying opportunity. Do you understand that? You're actually buying as an investor cheaper than the block trade. Now, nobody's going to go in there and spend and buy 8 million shares on a block. And yeah, they're getting it discounted. But imagine now you're getting it underneath them. And they're not going in there to buy that to lose money. Okay, and they're not going in there to say, oh yeah, we're a short seller. We just want to buy a block of 8 million shares to short your company. No, no. They're in there for the long haul. Okay, they see bigger things for ADP. And we all know what ADP is a payroll company, right? So what do I do as a day trader? I long the stock. I long the stock. Just long the stock. Take it back to 161. At least you get 3 points. I mean, it's not that hard. Think. Think. I mean, block trades are probably the most easiest trade available for you because they dictate how to trade it. But 99% of the chat rooms will not trade a block trade. You won't even learn about it much as hear about it. They don't want you to learn. They don't want you trading block trades. They want you to take NVIDIA or MU for 50 cents. That's it. Or play a penny stock for 10 cents and scalp it 45 times so they get paid per tick. You know, there's no value in those rooms. There's none. You're not learning anything. And then the second-hand people that just take our calls and put them in their rooms, I mean, they're a ship without an ocean. I mean, they're just floating somewhere in a pool. In here, it's just all, you're evolving. You're learning. You know, every day these notes are like lessons. Like, wow, wow, ooh, wow, wow, you know? And, um, and it just pays to just study. And that's all I do. I study and I study and I study. And tomorrow I'm going to do this again. I'm going to put 12 ideas. I mean, you probably get up and only can find 3 or 4. I find 30, 40 because I see the market in a different world. It's like a different world when I look at it, you know? And, but my thing is, what's important when you're in this room is I have to keep teaching you. Like, I know you didn't see it, so let me show it to you. Let me show it to you. Let me kind of teach you. You got to look at it like this. And that's where you evolve. When you have somebody that really cares about you and for you to excel to that next level of trading. Because once you understand the move behind the move, you make all the money you want. It's limitless for you. And then you can teach others. And that's where you really become your own. And that's what Awesome Calls is about. I don't make followers in here. I make leaders. And everyone that comes in here and joins is a leader. I just have to take my time. Each one progresses at their own levels. My job is to walk them in, help them out. Okay? And that's today's webinar. I want to thank you for joining us. It was 33 minutes today. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed it. Great lessons, and I will see you tomorrow.